Ghostface people reached out. No, they didn't.
How did you get them?
I did Ghost Peoples reached out to do the cooking show. And I said, yo, let's do it. Drove out to Long Island like an hour and a half.
Damn.
Pulled up, knocked it out. I said, yo, what's up? He was like, I got you.
Did you feel some type of way when he went on?
I definitely did.
You did?
I definitely did. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I definitely did.
3 hours later.
You know, some people hit me up and they be like, yo, you know.
They do the same. They do the same.
And I'm like, yo, I could never stand like in front of no man blessing. If that's the situation they supposed to have, let them have it.
He went on bad for you, hell yeah. I could feel the same way about you, nigga. And after, you know, you told the world that these niggas is ops, you sat down with these niggas and you told them niggas you missed them.
I'm a focus on this.
Can I chime in?
Esso.
Can I chime in?
Can you do this? Esso.
Let me chime in.
Esso. Can you do this, nigga?
It wasn't like that.
Yes, it
Stop
was.
it.
You know Math wanted to be on Clue, and he was on your ass about why, you know, ain't Clue playing his music. You and him kept going back and forth with stuff like that.
We went back and forth with music a lot.
Yeah, but specifically Clue, because Clue is your guy.
I'm a man of my word. And if you give me your word, I expect that you're gonna stand on it. And there were a couple situations with the co-hosts where they didn't want to stand on their word.
I can speak for myself. Like, he didn't do me dirty.
Welcome back and what's good? This is the Furious Robinson podcast and I'm your host, Furious, your curator of conversation, wordsmith aficionado, voted most likely to be trending down the timeline. Hit the like button early, drop a comment for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel. This is a Sick Times Media production. You see the planes? And I keep telling y'all there's no friends in this game, only favors and expiration dates. Math Hoffa is out here treating podcasting like the Hunger Games because it's nasty to me. Every quarter, every month, every year, he going through a new cast and co-host. It's different outside. When you disguise dirty business under the guise of loyalty, this is what you get. You get my expert implosion. This is the second iteration of the show. And at this very moment in time, we just saw Math Hoffa get the Ghostface Killer interview and lie in real time.
My peoples reached out to me, and then I reached out to you and asked you if you wanted to do that. And you said, hell yeah. That's how you got that plate, bro. That's how you got on with the Ghostface cooking situation, which led to you getting the interview with Ghostface and Ray. And before that, I ran into Ghost in Brooklyn at Nim's situation. And I said, yo, Ghost, what up? We trying to get you on the platform. He said, word. You know what I'm saying? Like, holla at me. You know what I mean? Take my number. Holla at me and let me know what's up. Set it up. We set it up. I'm like, I bet. I got Ghost number. I pulled up on Math, and I gave him Ghost number. I told him what Ghost said and all of that.
How did you get them?
I did Ghost Peoples reached out to do the cooking show. And I said, yo, let's do it. Drove out to Long Island like an hour and a half.
Damn.
Pulled up, knocked it out. I said, yo, what's up? He was like, I got you.
I can't necessarily say this is a lie because this is Gat Taylor versus Math. It's a 1v1. I don't want to interject my bias, but at the end of the day, bruh, you can't gatekeep like this. Just give these men credit. They all have shows, and we can really wake it up because the umbrella that could have been my expert opinion, the banner that could have been a solid foundation, a media network, crumbled in real time, all because of Math Hoffa's inflated ego and his diabolical sickness for Amiri jeans.
Social Blade had you getting a whole lot of money a month.
They don't bring up the money.
Because they gonna look
They
like,
bring up,
because you're not gonna look right.
Friends.
Math Hoffa was able to tank a multi-million-dollar business. The banner here could have been insane. He could have had Bag Fuel, Champ Style TV, the Brooklyn Way TV, and Bigger Picture. These are all brands that now are run by his ex-co-host, kicking his proverbial back in. They waking it up. Because when Gat Taylor deleted the video, I said, yo, I gotta find the clips. I was looking for these clips. I said, Gat was going crazy. Ain't no way I could wake this up without having a little bit of context.
You went and pulled up on these niggas. You was jock riding fucking Esso and Heineken, nigga. Like, why would you all of a sudden go pop up on Angela Yee's platform? You popped up on Angela Yee's platform because you was dick hugging Heineken and Esso, my nigga.
I spoke to Dion. I mentioned their names.
Nobody knows
and he
Dion.
said, I don't know who those people are. That's the person who was negotiating with me.
Yeah.
By the way, can we talk about this 2.7 million that y'all said I got that I never got?
You turned it down.
He set up the Ghostface play in real time. You got these men running down on New York City rappers for $300 contracts. Ain't no way you got an I-9 corner boy type contract, pick me up and drive me around Uber type contract, and you got him running down on Ghostface Killer. Champ woke up a list on Flip the Network. I said he brought this many guests and was only making 300.
I actually have a list of the guests that I brought on the show. Albie Al. I bought Bobby Shmurda. I bought Carl Payne. I bought Bun B. I bought Sauce Walker. I bought Benny the Butcher. I bought Westside Gun. I bought Darnell Rollins. I bought Dame Dash. I bought DJ SNS. I bought Angela Yee. I bought Derek D. Dot. I bought NLE Chopper. I bought Coyle Ray. I bought Juggernaut. I bought Earn Your Leisure, Lil Scrappy, and Dave East.
You got these grown men not being able to pay their rent. And that's the sickest part to me. Math Hoffa was able to disguise business under the brand of loyalty. And when you build this brand, this barbershop, this brotherhood of men, but then you allocate it like a pyramid scheme to where you're the only person at the top that could shine, that's where it gets nasty to me. Because loyalty sound noble. It sound dope. You know they like to intermix the streets and podcasting, so it looked cool on paper. But at the end of the day, when the first of the month hit, can loyalty pay that rent?
Yo, niggas ain't helping me pay my bills. Niggas ain't checking in on niggas. Niggas ain't supporting me. I don't give a fuck about how nobody feel. That's where I'm at with it. I don't care how, I do not give a fuck about how nobody feel about how I move.
There's no friendship here. There's no friendship when only one friend is getting rich.
For me, loyalty is something, it's different. Serious for you. It's serious for me. Mm-hmm. And when you start to play with that, or you start to do things that I don't understand, like it takes me to some place where it's like, yo, okay, I'm not going through this with you because you're not blood, you're not family, you're not, you know what I mean? Right. I'm gonna just clip this. Right. Man, if you ain't man enough to explain yourself, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. Like, so in that situation, I just felt like niggas was doing some weird at the wrong time.
And this is why it's high levels of gatekeeping, because the story continues to subtly come out. They'll say things like, yo, we brought this guest to Math. We brought that guest to Math, and he always shut it down. He was always turning down these guests. So I know Math was really not pulling these guests in. And if he was, we'll see it now with the second iteration of the show. Because I really am looking at this cast as a whole. Who is Dutch going to bring to the shop? Who is Uncle Seth going to bring to the shop? We see him cosplaying with Dave Chappelle on the phone. I love it. Have him pull up. And then at the end of the day, let's have some contract talks. Because it does come back to money. I don't want to let Math hide behind the guise of friendship. None of these men are friends. This is all cosplay. Because if they really were friends, they would have pulled up. They would have sat down with each other. We're getting microphones and monologues. They're going on diatribes. It's sick and nasty outside when everything has to be a podcast rebuttal.
One of the things that I asked them not to do, they went back and they did. It was a lot of friction in between that. It was a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of personalities and egos clashing. And for me, I just try to keep the drama away because I know in the shop, we're selling friendship.
Because I hate the fact that Gat had to delete that video. He woke it up. He was essentially bringing to light how shady of a businessman Math is. Simple math. No pun intended. If you were really my mans, I would have had a seat on your new show. If you was really my mans, you would have pulled up to the Brooklyn Way TV. Very simple, but no. You out here chasing clout, saying names. It's looking wicked outside for Math as he tries to get his way back into that algorithm.
They weren't bad.
No, the bars wasn't bad.
But when you're standing there and you're saying it like,
What's wrong
hollow
with
the
you, bro?
dawn, I don't think that you can fuck with me.
He wildin'. You and Joe got. I don't want to say issues. Y'all cool? Like,
We don't got. I don't think we got issues. I think.
but y'all not cool. That's it.
Joe has his way of doing things. I got my way of doing things.
And y'all probably just don't have the same way of doing things.
Yeah, we don't.
Which is fair. I mean, the world needs that.
Right.
But
Diversity. Inclusion.
But I would love to see what you.
And inclusion.
Because the aura of the shop does feel off. This used to be like Rap City meets inside the NBA. Math Hoffa, in my expert opinion, I gotta give it up, was giving us some of the more quality interviews in the space. Derrick Rose, I don't know how they pulled that off. Classic. Tony Yayo, masterclass. I gotta give it up.
Cardi B.
Why you screaming and yelling though on the show? I don't.
To go
Because
rock with you made
why
him.
she-
You made him.
Why you so hostile?
Nah, you made him retarded.
Why you screaming and yelling and pumping?
Yeah.
Chill out, man.
You just made him retarded.
Chill out.
Don't do that. You're not gonna do that.
Yo, chill out. Stop telling me what I'm gonna do when I'm not doing. Heineken,
And
stop.
I went to go rock with
Heineken, chill out.
Don't do that.
Heineken, stop telling me what you gonna do and not do, because I know you was an internet nigga. So just chill, my nigga. Stop doing that, my nigga. I met you from This Is 50. Chill out, man.
We're not gonna.
Where?
Yo.
On the block?
No, ask him.
Yo, man, my nigga, you bent right now. I'm just gonna chill, my nigga. This nigga's tripping.
Even I'll give it. This is Hassan Campbell was a solid interview, but that's not the Math Hoffa of now. But what I'm looking at now seems to be a fairy tale fallacy. It seems to be a recreation of chemistry, and that's not how the game goes. You can't swap out the chairs, add in new lights, insert these side quest characters and think you're gonna win. That sauce that you created with that original cast, Esso and Heineken, Gat, Sean Bigger, Mecca, come on now. And you know Space Ghost was doing that real work behind the camera. When you had that cast, that umbrella of people, oh, it was up. So I'm looking at the new cast. I'm looking at the aura of the shop. Very different, very funny in the light.
And you went to BET off for all our fucking work.
All your work?
You're damn right,
Wow.
nigga. Your shit ascended when I was up there.
Wow.
Everybody knows that.
So when you
It
left,
ain't
how
the
did I
same.
get
It ain't
500,000 more
the same.
subscribers?
Everybody
without you?
knows.
And you ain't got 100,000 yet.
I don't need
How you did that?
100,000.
How did
I'm
you
in
do
the
it?
same place
Do
you
it for
are.
yourself.
Math Hoffa's expectations are still high. He was looking at those AdSense revenue in 2022-23. He was seeing that 100 to 200K pop into his account every single month at the peak of his channel. They're throwing out numbers like 2.7 million.
Where the fuck did y'all get that number from?
Where?
How about this?
Where?
When you first.
Where?
When you.
So when you saw that number, you can't go back. You can't go from living in a 6-bedroom house, big mansion, to living in a 1-bedroom studio. It just don't work like that. Mentally, it's not gonna work.
Yo, niggas ain't helping me pay my bills. Niggas ain't checking in on niggas. Niggas ain't supporting me. I don't give a fuck about how nobody feel. That's where I'm at with it. I don't care how, I do not give a fuck about how nobody feel about how I move.
Sometimes it's tough for you to accept that you're under someone else's brand, depending on who you are. Some people, you come together, be a team, work together, and all that. But for some people, there's something, some part of their mind that makes them feel like, yo, I have to do this for myself.
This is ego. When you have the play set up, when you're handed the play masterfully, everybody was showing Math love in the space. Everybody was pulling up to the shop. He had the cast locked in, even though he had them signed to these dirty $300 deals. He still had them pulling up and putting in the work, begging Esso to play his music, begging to be a rapper. Like, stop. Like, I don't even want to make it too crazy, but when I look at how much this was set up to be a win in real time, the banner he could have had stamped at my expert opinion, the shows he could have created.
It's been a rough year. I ain't never seen me this skinny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, you know, just like everybody else, the people that's watching this, you're going through things, you know, I pray, there's something I say to my brothers. I say, I pray that God gives you the strength to deal with the battles that we don't talk about.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
I never want to be around these humans. I never want to be around men like Math Hoffa that always have to be in the spotlight. They always have to be the one on top, the one shining, the one in the Amiri jeans and the chrome heart, while you got your mans in some dusty Air Force Ones. Because I haven't once yet heard Matt say his investments back into my expert opinion. That would be an easy fail-safe to negate a lot of these narratives. Yo, I was making this much amount of bread during the peak of the channel, and I dropped it on this. But I see the bust down Rolly. I see the Amiri jeans. When I see you in Soho at the Chrome Heart store, I have to ask, why are you cosplaying as a rapper? You could have set the whole team up. You could have had everybody straight.
Social Blade had you getting a whole lot of money a month.
They don't bring up the money.
Because they gonna look
They
like,
bring up,
because you're not gonna
we
look
was
right.
friends.
I can speak for myself. Like, he didn't do me dirty.
Right now in this very moment, my expert opinion could have been worth M's, big M's. As a community, what we get, we don't get the content. We get all these monologues. We get all these replays, all these secondhand versions. And that's dope. I love the content. I'm here for it. But at the end of the day, when are we going to get to the business? When are we going to move fake friends out of the way? Math Hoffa is the proverbial fake friend. He'll act like everything is Gucci, is love. Keep doing you, brother. Progress, peace, love, and positivity. And when you're not around, kick your back in. Gatekeep. Steal work from behind you. It's just a different world out here. And that's not necessarily exclusive to Math. Business is business.
I came out of prison. I'm hungry.
Right.
I'm starving.
Right.
So I'm going to do what everybody is not doing. I'm going to get the drinks.
Right.
I'm going to take out the garbage. Mav noticed that off the rip. He's like, yo, you want to manage the shop?
Who is negotiating these contracts? We know bills hit on the 1st and the 15th. Somebody got to wake it up. The math is not making sense. Yo, I'm looking at a $300 contract. I can maybe do that for a month, maybe 2, but I can't get these lackey type contracts. I'm not a lackey. If you know you got value, if you know you bring value to a space, negotiate your bread in real time. Stop cosplaying as people's friends, because now you getting worked. You getting finessed. You look like a chump. Any dude that is able to be finessed like this, at a certain point in time, you got to look in the mirror and say, damn, he got me, bro. I'm a chump. But a lot of this to me is just, yo, we got to communicate better. We can't get finessed by the Amiri captain. We can't get finessed by the Gucci warrior. Yo, the bust down king, Math Hoffa, taking these boys' bread. It's sick outside and there's nothing you really could do. Because at the end of the day, everyone could talk to their blue in the face. Math still put that AdSense right into his account. And he's smooth right now. That's why I'm looking at the second iteration of the show and where it goes. Because the first iteration is solidified, timeless. The content is there. He made the money. The co-hosts left. They doing their own thing. And now he's on to the second piece of work. And this is where I land the plane. Your ego killed your business in real time. This is a little bit of karmic retribution, as they would say, because how did you leverage your leadership to finesse your friends and put them in dirty contracts? If it's not about the money, Math, you continue to say that, and it's about friendship. If you were actually a true friend, you would be able to get all these men back on your show and actually build something that we care to see. But that's not the case. That's not the case at all. I know a lot of this is essentially grifting off an audience in real time. Because when I think about true creators in the space, I don't see them as technically finessing to get to the top, especially not they main mans. Gat Taylor was holding you down. I can't wait until he re-uploads that video crashing out on you. But I'm just going to hold it there.
Yo, niggas ain't helping me pay my bills. Niggas ain't checking in on niggas. Niggas ain't supporting me. I don't give a fuck about how nobody feel. That's where I'm at with it. I don't care how, I do not give a fuck about how nobody feel about how I move.
And this is where I subtly land the plane. Math Hoffa is getting his proverbial back kicked in, and for good reason. You can't leverage leadership. You can't leverage business and loyalty and intertwine all these street codes to finesse the homies in real time. $500 contracts, dirty business and handshake deals. But at the end of the day, I have to gracefully digress. Is Math Hoffa going to get back to the peak of that $2.4 million? Is Gat Taylor, Champ, Bad Fuel catching up? You let me know what you think. Hit the like button for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. This is the Furious Robinson podcast, a Sick Times Media production. Stay dangerous.